Adding a trolling motor to your kayak is a game changer for fishing. I'm Wesley Littlefield with YourBassGuy.com, and today I'm going to show you how to mount a trolling motor onto your kayak. If you have any questions about how to mount a trolling motor to a kayak, leave them in the comments below. I promise we'll come back through and answer them as best as we can. If not, I will point you in the right direction. The first thing you need to do is determine that if you want a bow mount trolling motor or a transom mount trolling motor, which is what I've got today. So if you want a bow mount trolling motor, we'll make another video for you, but today is specifically for transom mount kayak trolling motors. And today I've got the Nucanoe Endura. It's actually one of the old ones that I've spray painted for hunting and everything. And I've got a Nucanoe Frontier 12. Now, there's a lot of fishing kayaks out there with flat transoms, or you can buy a bracket as well to install on your kayak, and it's the same exact process that we're going through today. So let's get started. Step one is really simple. You're just gonna place your trolling motor on your kayak. Make sure it's secured. Make sure all the wires are out of the way. And now we're just going to tighten it down. Simple. Lock it in. Now when you tighten it down, don't tighten one side before you tighten the other side. Tighten them evenly, because if you don't, it'll be cockeyed, and then the trolling motor will want to be cockeyed and throw your kayak all kinds of crazy ways. I've done it before. It's best just to tighten one a little bit, then tighten the next one, then tighten the next one, and alternate back and forth. Now that I've got it tight, it's pretty straight. I've got my transducer cords here that I would normally run to my fish finder. We'll get them out of the way. And now I can get these cords, my battery cables, hooked up to my battery. Another really simple, pretty straightforward. My battery cables came with easy connectors, and I like them because they're big and open, so I don't have to take my battery post all the way out, as you can see, and unscrew them, screw them back in. Just place them in like so, and like so. Make sure that you're doing positive with positive and negative with negative, or red with red and black with black. And then before we get going, always make sure it's going to go. It works forward and reverse, and that's it. Another thing that I'll do is put a tiller handle extension on here. So not only does this handle extend out a little bit, most of the time it's not far enough, because I like to set my seat just a little bit farther ahead to help balance the weight. I've got another handle here that I like, and it's actually got a U-joint that helps me to control it anywhere. And this even extends farther, so I could almost stand at the front of the boat and control it. But it just slides right on the handle, tightens down. Super simple to do. Once again, I like to keep my setup really simple. It just makes everything a lot better. But that's it. That's how you mount a trolling motor on your kayak. A transom mount is really straightforward. Any monkey could do it. If I could do this, any monkey could do it. There are a few modifications that I have to my kayak and my trolling motor. First of all, this bracket here is actually for outboard motors. I've got one here that is for trolling motors, but I have a 3-horse outboard that I can put on my kayak, and so this bracket works for both of them, where this bracket wouldn't work for both of them. But both of them are available online. You can order them easily. Another thing is the battery. I've got a little battery now, and I did that for the weight. I don't know that I would go with a smaller battery again. It's great for like my fish finder, and I've got lights on the front of my kayak, and it's awesome for those. But I can only fish for about half a day, and if I'm really good, I can get through the day and fish. But if I'm really pushing it and moving a lot or fighting the wind, it's really only about half a day, so I'd go with a little bit bigger battery. And then probably my favorite modification that I did with my trolling motor and my kayak is I have a pull cord that I can use. I hook up to my trolling motor, and I can actually pull a cord while I'm sitting down, and it'll pick my trolling motor up and down. And that has saved me a lot. Like when I'm coming in to either get off my kayak, and you know, the trolling motor sits down a little deeper so it hits the bottom first. Well, sometimes I'm not always on the bank, so I can pull this all the way up to where it's not hitting, my front end hits before this does. Or it's helped me when I've got stuff tangled around my prop and I didn't have to reach into the water to get it. I can pull this up out of the water, mess with it, and then put it back down. And another thing is I can adjust the depth just a little bit. You know, if I'm just hitting a shallow spot just for a second, I can pull it up real quick, keep cruising past it, and then drop it back down. And instead of trying to reach back here, fumble with the lever and try to pick it up here, or you know, reach back and try to pick it up myself, I've got this little handle that I highly recommend you installing in your kayak if you're going to be using a transom mount trolling motor a lot. Thank you guys for watching how to mount a trolling motor onto your kayak. We hope this video helped. If it did, leave us a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this.